You won't believe what recently shook the gospel world in Hollywood. Fans of Tyler Perry and the Mann family heritage may recognize David Mann Jr., who was recently arrested and charged with stealing. The specifics are more bizarre than fiction. Rumors are circulating and social media is ablaze. What actually took place in private? The narrative you're going to hear will surprise you and isn't what anyone anticipated, so pay attention. The gospel and entertainment industries have been rocked by the news of David Mann Jr.'s arrest. The accusations are difficult for fans who have followed his career alongside Tyler Perry and the renowned Mann family to understand. We will learn the whole tale of the arrest, the theft charges, and the opinions of insiders regarding this startling development in this video. You won't believe how this story has turned out, from surprising sources verifying information to popular social media comments. It becomes intriguing at this point. Some of the revelations point to a hitherto undiscovered aspect of David Mann Jr. You will have a comprehensive understanding of what transpired, who was involved, and why this could have a significant impact on the Mann family brand by the end of this film. The plot takes a number of surprising turns, so stay tuned. Additionally, you won't find some of the details elsewhere. The story opens with some startling information. David Mann Jr., who is well known for his work with the Mann family and his parts in Tyler Perry plays, was jailed on theft charges. According to law enforcement officials, the arrest was not made at random. It came after what was said to have been a multi-month probe. The accusations reportedly included the purported embezzlement of substantial amounts of money. Social media exploded nearly instantly as the news came, while the specifics are still being kept under wraps. Platforms were inundated with remarks from both fans and detractors, ranging from incredulous to indignant. Many are wondering, how could someone so respected in the gospel and entertainment communities face such serious accusations? There have been rumors that the arrest may affect Tyler Perry's network and the Mann family's reputation in general, in addition to David Mann Jr.'s personal career. Legal professionals remind us that accusations are not evidence of guilt, even though charges are grave. Officials are examining bank documents, correspondence, and witness statements that may confirm or refute the allegations as part of the continuing inquiry. According to family-friendly sources, David Mann Jr. is assisting the authorities, although there have been few public declarations. This is where everyone is talking, though. According to insiders, there might be more going on here than just financial wrongdoing. Numerous accounts allude to internal conflicts and tensions that might have fueled the incident. Is this a disagreement at work, a personal conflict, or something far more complex? And this is only the start. The career, reputation, and legacy of David Mann Jr. and his family will be covered in detail in the next section. Because fully appreciating the gravity of these accusations requires an awareness of that context. We must examine David Mann Jr.'s career and legacy in order to comprehend the seriousness of these accusations. David Mann Jr. was born into a family steeped in entertainment and gospel, and he has spent decades establishing himself as a gifted comedian, actor, and public figure. He became well known alongside his parents, Tamela Mann and David Mann Sr., in Tyler Perry's projects. Tyler Perry is a major force in the entertainment world. David Mann Jr. has received recognition for his empathetic performances, humorous timing, and capacity to engage audiences of all ages. He developed a fan base through stage performances and TV appearances that valued not only his skill, but also the Mann family's reputation for devotion, moral character, and faith. In a field that is notorious for scandals and controversies, fans frequently characterize the Mann family as a representation of reliability. The current state of affairs is all the more startling because of this very reputation. The entertainment industry and devoted fan groups that feel a personal connection to the person are both shocked when someone who has been praised for years is accused of a crime. Discussions and hashtags expressing both doubt and support have been circulating on social media platforms. While some supporters are defending him and stressing the importance of waiting for judicial confirmation, others are incredulous and find it difficult to reconcile the charges with the public character they have long respected. According to insiders, the story's explosiveness stems in part from the disparity between David Mann Jr., the seriousness of the theft accusations, and its well-maintained, favorable public image. Industry insiders are speculating that this might have consequences that go beyond his own career, possibly impacting partnerships, endorsements, and projects. Consider a scenario in which a family that has always been known for their honesty is suddenly under investigation. Because of this, the tale has garnered national attention, although several elements of the jigsaw remain unsolved. First-hand recollections, police reports, and legal documents have not all been made publicly available. There are still questions. To what extent was David Mann Jr. involved? Was there anyone else involved in this case? And what precisely was purportedly misplaced or mishandled? It becomes much more intriguing at this point. Some insiders make references to potential conflicts and motivations that could have influenced the purported circumstance. Fans and critics are kept on edge by the layers of intrigue these assertions add, even though they have not been substantiated. However, the most startling detail, the one that has the power to completely alter the story, occurs in the following section, where we look at the financial and professional background of these claims. Although accusations of stealing are the main focus of the headlines surrounding David Mann Jr.'s arrest, the true reality is much more nuanced. Sources with knowledge of the case claim that the accusations include large sums of money, which may be connected to investments, family financial concerns, or private commercial transactions. According to several insiders, the matter may involve more than simply a straightforward financial disagreement, even though the precise sums and specifics are still under wraps because of continuing investigations. According to people close to the Mann family, tensions have been building for years. The family project's unity sources allude to conflicts and tensions that are rarely apparent to the general public. According to industry experts, the entertainment industry can be very competitive, especially when it comes to gospel and faith-based shows. Extreme transparency is frequently needed for managing money, royalties, and partnerships with outside parties. Any slip-up could cause suspicion or hostility. For this story, social media has emerged as a key battleground. Every post, statement, and appearance is being scrutinized by fans, experts, and gossip accounts. Some supporters contend that internal miscommunication or a misunderstanding led to David Mann Jr.'s detention. Others make assumptions about the reasons, such as possible conflicts over endorsements, contracts, or even creative control in Tyler Perry's films. Although the lack of public clarity has led to a great deal of conjecture, it also brings to light a very human aspect of the situation. Even in close-knit families, disagreements about money can get out of hand. Insider rumors of potential third-party involvement are adding another level of controversy to this issue. According to some sources, David Mann Jr. may not have been the only victim of the alleged theft, even if no formal confirmation has been made as of yet. To ascertain precisely what transpired, the probe is said to involve forensic accounting, financial audits, and a study of digital interactions. Even if the accusations are ultimately shown to be untrue, this type of in-depth examination can be draining, unpleasant, and detrimental to one's reputation. This is the startling aspect that hasn't been highlighted by mainstream media or social media. According to several sources, some important individuals may have contributed to the situation's escalation, whether on purpose or accidentally. It's unclear if this is due to financial miscommunications, professional competition, or jealousy. But it begs the issue of what the bigger picture is. Could more than one person's actions be involved in this story? Could it be an indication of more serious conflicts inside a circle of family or industry that has been admired for its honesty? The juxtaposition between David Mann Jr.'s well-liked public persona and the gravity of the accusations is what makes this case so compelling. Viewers are compelled to balance allegiance with suspicion, appreciation with distrust. Even while court cases are still pending, the consequences are already being felt. Projects might be put on hold, partnerships postponed, and public opinion questioned. We will examine the responses from the global fanbase, social media, and the community in the next part, because the court of public opinion can frequently feel as powerful as any court ruling. This is where the story really comes to life. The answers demonstrate the depth of people's commitment to David Mann Jr.'s legacy and are emotional, polarizing, and occasionally explosive. The reaction to the announcement of David Mann Jr.'s arrest was swift and tremendous. Hashtags such as David Mann Jr. appeared within minutes. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok were overrun with posts, comments, and discussions about Tyler Perry and the Mann family. The emotional depth of the reactions is what makes this section of the novel so captivating. The controversy unexpectedly shattered the fans' sense of intimate connection to the Mann family. On the one hand, devoted supporters are standing by David Mann Jr., defending his persona and reminding everyone that accusations do not equate to convictions. Many contend that this occurrence is inconsistent with the guy they know, who has spent decades entertaining audiences, fostering trust, and spreading religious messages. His social media profiles were inundated with messages from supporters, such as, "This must be a misunderstanding, and we're praying for you." Skeptics and critics, on the other hand, didn't spare any time in expressing their reservations. Some were disappointed, claiming that someone they looked up to had betrayed them. Others emphasized the gravity of theft accusations and contended that not everyone should be exempt from responsibility because of their notoriety or influence. Fans and detractors engaged in heated arguments over how to interpret the scenario in the comment sections. The participation of the larger gospel and entertainment communities further complicates the responses. Well-known voices, clergy, other performers, and business experts started to comment. David Mann Jr. was defended by some, requesting prayer, grace, and patience. Others emphasized the significance of accountability, cautioning that scandals such as this have the potential to harm not only individual reputations, but also the legitimacy of the gospel and faith-based entertainment sectors. Despite having nothing to do with the accusations, Tyler Perry's name also became strongly linked to the story. Fans started to wonder if the incident will have an impact on current or upcoming ventures, because Perry's shows had long included the Mann family. Until the facts are known, some people thought Perry would either publicly support David Mann Jr. distance himself or keep quiet. Tamela Mann, who is well known for both her acting and her stirring gospel music, emerged as a key player in the conversations. Supporters voiced worries about the potential emotional, spiritual, and professional effects of this debate. She was surrounded by supporters who emphasized that she shouldn't be held accountable for her son's alleged behavior. However, detractors contend that whether it is fair or not, the Mann family brand is collective, meaning that the fate of one member invariably impacts the others. Stories like these tend to be amplified on social media. Before all the facts are known, public opinion can be shaped by a single tweet that becomes viral in a matter of minutes. Videos, memes, and reaction posts went viral in this instance. Some are genuine and encouraging, while others are derisive or accusatory. Scandals have become public spectacles in the digital age, where people's reputations may be altered quickly and sometimes irrevocably. However, this is when things take a surprising turn. A few posts from those claiming to have insider knowledge started to gather traction among the innumerable online comments. These posts suggested that there is much more to the arrest's backstory than what has been made public. It was even proposed by some that David Mann Jr. may have been staged, or that the accusations are being inflated for unknown motives. Whether or if those accusations are accurate, they further complicate this already complex tale. And it brings up the crucial question, is this just a legal issue, or is there more going on here? We'll examine this scandal's potential effects on the Mann family's reputation, their legacy in gospel entertainment, and David Mann Jr. in more detail in the following section. Future professional endeavors. Because scandals like these have an impact on more than just the individual, as history has demonstrated, they frequently cause reverberations that persist for years. Public figure scandals are seldom limited to a single person. They have an impact on entire brands, families, and partners. The shockwaves surrounding David Mann Jr. go much beyond his reputation. The Mann family, who represent faith, family values, and genuineness, has long been hailed as a force in gospel entertainment. Audiences viewed them for years as an example of how to become famous without sacrificing morals. But today, that image's basic basis is being put to the test. This moment is quite delicate for Tamila Guys. Her career as a Grammy-winning gospel singer with millions of followers worldwide has been based on inspirational music, spiritual guidance, and a strong persona. Her admirers see her as a symbol of fortitude and faith. Despite being focused on her son, this scandal runs the risk of overshadowing her well-earned legacy. Critics are already making links between the entire family and David Mann Jr.'s alleged behavior. Supporters contend that such guilt by association is unjust, even when Tamila had no role. Yet, public perception frequently blurs those boundaries. There is also criticism directed at David Mann Sr., who is well known for his comic genius and consistent presence in Tyler Perry plays. The Manns have consistently presented themselves as a single, cohesive family that freely shares their faith, hardships, and victories. However, when one member is in legal difficulty, it always raises suspicions about what's actually going on behind the scenes. Did fans fail to notice any flaws in the foundation? Did relationships get subtly strained by fame and money long before the scandal surfaced? These are the inquiries that are causing conjecture on the internet. Tyler Perry comes next. Even if his name isn't in the court documents, he is nonetheless linked to this story. The Mann family has continuously been elevated by Perry's productions, and viewers frequently consider them to be a member of his creative circle. Given the stakes, several industry insiders question if Perry will make a statement Critics might charge him with downplaying grave accusations. If he stands up for David Mann Jr., fans might interpret his disengagement as desertion. And if he remains silent, rumors will likely intensify. Scandals of this magnitude can have long-term effects on careers, according to industry experts. Even if David Mann Jr. is found not guilty, his reputation could suffer. Endorsements might be hesitant, projects might be shelved, and colleagues' faith might wane. Rebuilding a damaged reputation can take years, and perception frequently counts more in the entertainment industry than truth. The controversy may make it more difficult for the Mann family as a whole to promote themselves as representations of faith and family unity. Their legacy is not doomed, mind you. Although many public people have recovered from scandals, their reputation may never be the same. Now, fans might see them suspiciously, constantly questioning whether their apparent perfection belies more serious issues. Here's the twist, though. Such disputes don't necessarily mean the end. They can occasionally become pivotal moments. The Mann family may come out stronger if they decide to face the issue head-on, accept the hurt, and gradually regain trust. Indeed, according to some insiders, this might be their chance to reinvent their brand by demonstrating resiliency and vulnerability in a way that appeals to consumers on a deeper level. The most important question is still how the Mann family will react in public. Will they make remarks, confront the scandal head-on, or keep quiet until the legal matter is resolved? Whether this story becomes a permanent stain or a springboard for redemption depends on their choices in the upcoming weeks. However, the court case is just one aspect of this story. The uncertainty is where the true drama is. To what extent does the public still not know the truth? Are there any undiscovered facts that have the potential to totally change the course of events? We'll look at potential legal outcomes, professional opinions, and the possibilities that might influence David Mann Jr.'s and the Mann family's future in the next part. Because even if this story is already explosive, the most dramatic chapters might yet come. At this point, the judicial system is coming into focus. The real fate of David Mann Jr. will be decided in a trial, not on social media, despite the loud and split public opinion. Legal professionals following the case have already listed a number of potential outcomes, each with radically different ramifications for David and his family. The lawsuit may be dismissed, which is the first possibility. This can occur if the inquiry reveals inconsistencies, or if prosecutors are unable to get sufficient evidence to back up the accusations. David Mann Jr. might be able to avoid formal charges if he were dismissed, but the public could still remember his arrest. Even being charged with a crime can harm a public figure's reputation, and it can take years to mend. A settlement or plea agreement is the subject of the second scenario. Parties may occasionally come to deals behind closed doors to settle financial issues without drawn-out trials. David might be spared more severe penalties if this were to occur, but he might still have to acknowledge some of his activities. A little admission could have long-term repercussions for a public figure whose honesty is the foundation of their reputation. Conviction is the third and most serious possibility. In the event that the court's evidence establishes the claims of theft beyond a reasonable doubt, David Mann Jr. may be subject to fines and restitution, probation, or possibly jail time, according on the seriousness of the allegations. Such a result could change the course of the Mann family's legacy in gospel entertainment, in addition to having an effect on his personal life and profession. Another crucial point has also been made by legal authorities. Compared to a courtroom, public personalities are frequently subjected to more intense scrutiny in the court of public opinion. Every decision is carefully considered by the jury, supporters, and critics. The trial might turn into a media spectacle with headlines and opinions from all across the entertainment industry if David and his legal team decide to contest the charges. Since every aspect of his financial and personal life may be revealed, the trial itself may end up being more harmful than the result. The tension increases at this point. According to some close observers, this case may disclose unspoken facts about the ways in which family dynamics, wealth, and celebrity interact behind the scenes. Celebrity families frequently keep financial disagreements, trust concerns, and professional rivalries under wraps, but court cases have a way of revealing the truth. Fans' perceptions of Tyler Perry's production company, the Mann family, and David Mann Jr. could all be drastically altered by what is revealed in court. In reaction, the Mann's family has been conspicuously silent thus far. No lengthy interviews, no official press conferences, and no public explanations of the circumstances. Some interpret this as a strategic decision to hold off on speaking until additional information is available. Rumors that there is more to the tale than the public has been informed are fueled by others who see it as avoidance. In any case, their final reaction will be a pivotal point in this story. Fans continue to be deeply involved despite their divisions as all of this unfolds. The dispute is rekindled by every fresh headline and insider rumor. Will David Mann Jr.'s reputation be unharmed by this scandal? Will this turn out to be the most difficult situation the Mann family has ever encountered? Or may this tale develop into something much more startling than our current understanding?